Hello everyone, welcome to Battu Tech. Today we are going to start a brand new series about Git. In this tutorial, we will cover all the commands that are required in the day-to-day life of a software engineer or a data engineer. At the end of this tutorial, you will feel confidence enough on the Git concept and their commands. Let's get started with today's content. This video is going to be the first part of the series where we will see introduction about the Git. We will do the Git setup and installation, and we will see a basic example where we will create a repository in GitHub UI, clone the repo, add a sample file, and push the changes to the remote repo. First, we will see the installation process. You can choose the code editor of your choice. In my case, I am using VS Code. You need Git. You can go to this URL. Based upon your operating system, you can use this link to download the Git. In my case, I am using Windows machine and I already installed the Git. Once you installed the Git, you can verify the installation by typing git version in the terminal. Congrats, we successfully installed the Git in our local machine. Once you install the Git, head over to github.com, create an account. Once you created an account, go back to your terminal and set up the username and the user email. If you are configuring the GitHub for the first time, it will redirect you to the browser to authenticate the GitHub session. Once everything is over, let us open the GitHub. This is how the GitHub homepage looks like. You need to go to your repositories and you need to click on this new button. You need to give your repository name. I'm going to use GitHub tutorial as my repository name. You can give description for your repository. You can make your repository either public or private. Public repositories are available in internet and it can be accessed by anyone. Private is accessible only by the collaborators whom you are given the access. Add a readme file and click create repository. Once the repository is created, this is how it will looks like, and it will show an initial commit for this readme file. You need to click on this code button. There you will see a link. Copy this link, head over to your code editor, go to the folder where you want to clone the repo. Currently I am inside the Git folder where I want to clone the repo. You need to type git clone followed by your repository URL. We are done. We successfully cloned the repo in our local machine. Once we are cloned, we will see our repo along with the readme file in the File Explorer tab. In today's video, we are going to cover all these commands, which are the necessary commands that software engineer will do on daily basis. Let me split the tab. So we successfully created the repo. We cloned the repo into our local machine. Now we are going to create a file. We need to create the files inside our repository. I'm naming the file as hello.py. I'm going to write a simple print command. I'm saving the file. In the left File Explorer tab, you can see the file name in green color followed by an U symbol. This U stands for untracked, which means this is the first time I'm creating this file. Now in the terminal, I'm going inside my GitHub repository. Inside my Git repository, I'm going to type a command called git status, which will show me all the files which are changed, or it will also show all the untracked files. In my case, I have a file called hello.py, which is an untracked file and it is highlighted in red color. Now I want to add this file to my branch. So we will cover the branch in detail in later part of the video. For now, I'm typing git branch, which will return my current branch. Currently I'm in the main branch and I want to add this file inside my main branch. So I need to type a command called git add followed by the file name. So once I added the file to my branch, if I type the git status, it will show us changes to be committed, and the new file is highlighted in green color. So what this add command will do is it will add your all the changes or all your modified files to a staging area. From the staging area, we need to do a commit. So I'm typing a command called git commit -m followed by the commit message. So it's saying like one file changed and inserted. It's in create mode. So we successfully committed the changes in your local system. We want to push all these changes to the remote system. So I'm typing command like git push origin, which means I need to push all my changes to the remote system, followed by the branch name. In my case, I want to push all those changes to the main branch. So I'm mentioning as git push origin main. So it's saying successfully you have pushed all the changes to the remote repository. Now I'm going to my GitHub UI. I'm refreshing my page. Here you can see that hello.py file successfully pushed here. And you can see the commit messages hello file. Now we have completed all these 4 commands. Now we are going to see what is a branch, how we can make change, create a new branch, how we can add the changes to the branch, and we can push that. Let me clear my terminal. Currently I'm in the main branch. Before starting any new changes, it is a good practice to pull the changes from the remote system. Git pull origin main. Once we have pulled, I'm going to create another one file. This is going to be world.py file. I'm writing print statement here. Like previously, the world is now highlighted in green color with an U symbol. I'm typing in git status in the terminal. It's showing world.py file is untracked, which means it's a newly created file. Now, instead of adding directly to the main branch, I'm going to create another one branch named dev. Git checkout b, and I'm going to give the name as dev. This checkout command followed by -b will create a branch and it will switch from main to that specified branch. So if I'm type the git branch now dev, which means currently we are in the dev branch. Previously we added the modified files to the main branch. Now we are going to add the files to the dev branch. Let me give git status once again and showing world.py file. Now I'm going to give git add world. Now the file is highlighted in green since we added the files to the branch. Now the files are staged in the staging area. Now I'm going to do the commit. We are done with the commit. Now I'm going to push my changes to the remote repository. Now there is a tricky part. Initially, when we are pushing the changes to the main branch, we are given git push origin main. Now we need to give git push origin the new branch name. We committed the changes to the remote system. We need to raise and pull request. Now let us go back to the GitHub UI. In the home page of the repository, you will see a button called compare and pull request. You need to click on that button. It will open the page where it will ask for some basic details like description and add title. This is nothing but our commit message. If you have any additional description, you can add it here. Once you added a description, if you scroll down, it will show what is the file that those are modified. You can raise a pull request. If you raise the pull request, GitHub will check for the merge conflicts. If everything is looking fine, then it will turn into a green tick mark and it will show merge pull request, which means we are good to merge the changes to the main branch. In the enterprise, usually we won't merge the code by ourselves. We will ask the review from either from your colleague or our seniors. Once everything is approved, we are good to merge it. Since it's a demo, I'm merging it. Once merged, you will see this symbol followed by pull request successfully merged and closed. Now if you don't want this branch further, you can delete this branch. Now I'm going to the home page of this repository. Here you will see the Word file reflecting in the main branch. Congrats, we have successfully merged our PR into the main branch. We are done with the last step as well. So before starting any new development or changes, make sure to pull the updated code from the remote repository. Now I'm going to switch back to my home branch, which is nothing but main. To switch branches, you need to give git checkout followed by the branch name. Now I'm going to pull from my origin main. Now the world file is reflecting in my main branch. We covered all the basic commands in today's video. In next video, we will see more advanced commands. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and like the video.